All right. Welcome, everyone. We're live here on Sunday evening with Roxanne. I'm your host, Roxanne. And here at Odyssey of Ascension, well, as you probably know by now, we talk about the matters of ascension. And I titled this one, The Value of Reality. At first, I titled it The Value of Identity. And I was thinking about that, and it wasn't quite the right relationship of the message I want to try to convey tonight, or am going to convey in the best way I can, and how you perceive it, of course, is your reality. So let's understand. I want you to understand what we're here, what's going on in a very larger scope of ideas. Okay. Hello, Kevin. Welcome. So let's consider reality important. Humanity puts humanity, okay? Humanity, and remember, we only know what humanity knows. We start and stop with humanity. We haven't been out there. We don't know them. We're not interacting with them at this time. So we don't know about other species. All we know is what's human, okay? What's relating to human, how we interact and perceive as a human collective. So let's consider the importance of reality. Things matter. Now, in my conceptual idea of reality and why things matter is because of the game itself. Let's say you're a consciousness and you're flowing through creation, and you have an infinite number of streams of consciousness available to you to focus on and manifest into a reflected reality, which is constant, right? So you come across this one, you're trucking down the highway of love, right? And it is the highway of love. And you're going in this direction, and you go in here, and then you see a sign. And this sign says human. And so you take the exit and you come into this. This is a really bad marker. Where's my black marker? Don't take my black marker now. Come on. So you come up to these, and you got plenty of offshoots from a stream, and then this one might become your main, and you'll shoot off, and then that's what it is. It's just an endless highway of frequencies. No matter what, there's an infinite number of what we call travel lanes or streams of consciousness that we can explore. So we took this human one. Now, when we hit this reality, when we got into this reality, an occurrence happened. That occurrence was the separation of our perspective nature, our singularity, our awareness, our gestalt, our wholeness, our beingness, was separated as we focused on the human reality. Okay? As we focused on the human reality, we forgot ourselves and we became lackful. We have an empty void inside of us. We don't understand reality save what we perceive as humans, learning along the way, getting a monumental amount of input of truths that everybody else is saying they're right and you're wrong. Or if you believe in this, you'll get this. So we have all of these systems running all over human. And the wonderful thing is not one of them is fucking important. There is nothing important in reality, and there's no meaning in reality. As soon as you can grasp that, you will free yourself from the highway of consciousness you are focusing on, and then you have a probability of shifting focus to a change in your life that will allow you to explore different realities. You'll still be inhuman, but you won't be the same relationship to humanity. We have great value in our reality. What do we have value in? Money, credit, paying bills, and I'm talking to 99.9% of humanity. You got the 1% that owns everything, doesn't work. Got it. But we're talking about the meat and potatoes of humanity. We get up, we go to work, we look for income. Income provides us sustenance, food. I'm not strong enough creator right now to manifest food out of pure air. I can't teleport to where I need to gain access. So I have to have a car, and that car needs to be paid for by either payments, and you have to have insurance, and you have to have go-go juice. So all of these require money. So we have great value. Please, masters, do not discount your addiction to the value you think this reality is. And it is as plain as day, and it is all real. And why would you ever doubt how it works? Because that's what's represented. Yes, that's what represented. But you have a key. You have a key, and I'm going to tell you what it is. It's one word. That key is called enlightenment. You have to enlighten yourself through internal self-discovery, exploration of consciousness within the vastness of the infinite byways and highways available to you that'll channel in information, whatever your focus is, to give you the intelligence that would shatter the importance of this reality, the addiction to this reality, the absolute constant behavior you repertoire yourself with every day to manage your life, to get through, to have some kind of freeing idea at the end of your lifetime in the pursuit of this elusive happiness, this peace and quiet, this rest in place, because we're working so hard down here. No, well, we don't have to. I've learned not to work hard. Yes, I still work in the fashion of I have my classes, I teach my classes, people pay me for my classes. Some people donate some money to me. There's ads on here that pay me about $100 a month, maybe $100 every 2 months, depending on how many people tune in. So I have abundance because that's the reality it is. I'm not a strong enough creator right now to shift out of this because I still have addictions to the reality. I still have relationships of fear, of loss that I have to transcend and allow myself to be free. But I found something. I found it 2 days ago, and it made me so mad. I was so angry. Why was I angry? Because I discovered all the fucking work that I've done for the last 11 years got me to square one. That's it. That's as far as I've gotten. And I realized how much I don't fucking know. But it freed me from so many bindings I wasn't recognizing. I was still had a slant of purpose. I had expectations. I had concerns about my future. These are normal human behaviors, and they're not wrong. They're manageable. They're effort. They're a way to live, true. But I also know that I can shift realities as my willful intent is focused on the vibration of my authenticity, which takes a discerning mind to know the difference between me and my egoic needs, wants, desires, have-tos, and my nature of myself. So I depend on attraction. I do not pursue. I allow ideas to flow through me because consciousness is flowing through you. You're not going down the highway. You just shift as it flows through you. It's an attraction. So I know there's no effort, but what there is a relationship of transcendence of this particular stream of consciousness that we're all focusing on. There is a wonderful opportunity for each and every one of you to slowly, incrementally change your lives, to do things quite differently. Is my nose ring out? There we go. To do things quite differently than your expected behavior that your egoic value in reality as such is pestering you every day to follow. It was a very scary to release and allow and trust the unknown to come crashing down without any precautions or preparation. Nothing was there except the unknown, and there was no prevention in case it failed, which is just takes an insatiable amount of trust, a monster amount of trust. But I know what's out there now. I've learned so many truths about myself. So many things have crumbled in the last 2 days. It is wickedly wonderful. I was angry at the beginning, but now I know, wait a minute, I got it now. It freed me from time. It freed me from goals. It freed me from outcome. And remember, willful intent, masters, has no accusations at all of expectations and outcome. You cannot tether those bindings on to your willful intent of the moment, or you will remain in this conscious stream, because those are the values of this focus. You have to break humanity completely. You have to change it 100%. But you have to do it incrementally. You can't make large jumps. You can't jump off of this highway onto another. You just have to change as you go and allow these tiny little fragments of information to replace the waning ideas of your value and build a new reality in front of you, slowly moving into a consciousness of change. You may remain on here on earth to live out your physical life. You may ascend your physical beingness. You may shift into a completely different reality if your willful intent leads you to that wisdom, that knowledge, that intelligence that is all of us. We deprave ourselves daily, and we are the antenna to tune in to everything. But if you have a busy mind that's full of shit, and the distractions of the value of humanity, the reality of polarity, the needs, the must, the responsibilities, the pride, the prejudice, the sloth, the everything that we see as identified, if you have those and you use that mind to interpret the consciousness of unconditional unknown, then you're going to remain this way. This is such a big ticket for you guys. There's so much freedom in it. There's this wonderful freedom that I found. After my reaction, I was like, wait a minute. I know I'm mad because I've done all this work and I thought it was leading somewhere. Turns out it's leading to an endless choice. And it dropped all the value of my outcome. Doesn't mean I don't intend to pursue the ideas that I have in before I discovered this, but what it means, it releases the pressure I had on myself to attain these ideas. Thank you, Moody. Hello, Adone. It's a wonderful experience. So listen, if you sit for 10 minutes, not meditate, just sit and let your mind run, I bet your sweet ass that your observing self of your mind's thought is going to get caught up quickly in the fears, in the hopes, in the desirous needs of the identity that you create as the fractal, as this egoic structure. And I want you to observe that. And I want you to be honest with yourself in that moment. And just look at that self and go, wow, I can't sit for 5 minutes without my thoughts grabbing my attention and pulling me into a polarized concept of reality to where this might happen and here's how I fix it, or I hope this happens so then I'll be better. And it gives me a polarized view of reality over and over again. Meanwhile, in the now, I'm getting nowhere, doing nothing for the kingdom. I'm doing it all for the separation. Because I'm attracted to the value of polarity because that's all I know. Because again, when I came here, when I took that exit on my highway and it said humanity, as soon as I exited into that field of reality, that field of consciousness, I separated myself and I forgot I was God. I forgot I was forever. I all of a sudden became very tight, terror, constricted, confined, and lacking in my own worthiness. Make sense? Good evening, Eric. Thank you for coming. Think about that, folks. How wonderful it is to have access to consciousness. The desirous mind is going to want to grab it and do something with it. I caution you on to try to make something happen, to execute. Right now, just execute the moment of allowance and observation, and build the observer up in yourself that disciplines itself not to be distracted by what humanity values as reality that gains your attention and creates your world, because you continue to focus on those aspects of this reality. You're not going to jump off the ascending earth. Don't try to think that way. Just stay here. Just stay here. Kim writes, ego, easing God out. Yeah. I think we smack God right out of ourselves. Okay? And change your life. Change the quality of your life by allowing the change to come in. Focus on an idea in your mind of willful intent. What would you like to be changed? And not about the outside. Don't fix the fucking outside. You're not going to change the conscious collective. If you don't understand that, you need to read Seth Mass Events. Okay? You can't change the collective, but you can change the way you relate to the collective psyche of this ascending earth. You can change the earth that you live on that structures this collective psyche in such a different fashion. You're still going to have all the happenings, but they're not going to be any of concern of you. So where's the improvement of your life? Not in education aspects, not in bettering yourself for a quality of life in the future. Be a God here and say, what do I want? Not desire. What would be wonderful for me? And look at the feeling of that dream. I would like to have a better job. Okay? And you look at that. Why? Because it's going to give me more money. More money means access to more things, gives me a more hopeful life. Well, that's lacking. Why is that lacking? Because you're looking at a future of betterment. So the person you are now is not the person you want to be. You have to be the person you are now and love that person you are now to be the better person. Because change is the constant of now. It's the flow of consciousness. It's not jumping from here to there. So better is, what do I want from me? If it is to have a better life, as simple as that, let me get a better life, however that comes. And the mastery here, folks, is when the betterment comes, you better fucking choose it. People reject their own attraction every day because they don't deserve it, because they question it, because they think it's rigged, because they just don't believe in what they want. They don't deserve it. They're lacking. So when the change comes, you can ask for more money as long as it's not a need, not that you're lacking now. It says, you know what? I love my job, but I would like something else, an improvement at my job. And if you have a wonderful relationship with your job, it's like, man, you know what? I don't fucking want to do this anymore. I don't want to work this. I want to try something new. So what you do is you sit back and you open yourself up and you go, okay, all that is, Give me some ideas about the change that I would desire within my consciousness, within my wholeness. What vibes with me? What have I always wanted to do? Don't ever use the excuse of education, of money, of college, of you're too old. Don't fight, for God's sakes. Don't fight for your limitations. You do that enough every day when you put edges on yourself, when you put boundaries with the manifestation of excuses and unworthiness, because the future holds loss. Don't do that to yourself. So I don't know what it is for you. I know what it is for me, though. I want to teach 1,000 people. I want to open a school to where people come and live. They would live at the school, live there, and go through these enlightenment classes with me, one-on-one, your classroom with me, and we would go through this together. Living quarters, community cooking, land, access to vehicles, not some commune that works the ground and everyone pays their way and shit like that. Not that. Just some beautiful ways that I can continue to explore what I find and offer it, because that turns me on. Right now, it's my classes. That's what it is. But I keep focusing and I keep finding ways to improve it. And now I've got this knowledge, and I know you're watching out there, Smitty. I think I have to rewrite some of the classes as curriculum. I have to add stuff now because I just found something. I just found some new ideas that I can express and make it valid so it's interpretable by the human who's along the ascending path. So don't look at me as something to become. Look at you inside as the potential of what you desire for yourself. But not ego-lead desire. Not, oh, I can have that then. That's lack. Just the passion of, what do I want to do with myself? What would I love to do? If it's traveling the world, you'll get it. You'll travel the world. But you have to open yourself up to that. You can't manage it, figure it out, because all it is a stream of consciousness. This reality happens with no effort. What are you doing to create it every day? Nothing. But you're trying to hold it up and manage it and have pride because you've accomplished, which is just an arrogant perspective of time, giving the idea of less and then gain and then accomplishment, success, and then effort and then failure and then retry, and then you cycle that because you're focused in that stream. We have to go beyond that. So you have to shift little by little every day. If you want to change jobs, maybe get a promotion, go in there with your divinity and start being your authentic self, speaking your authentic mind. Work it out. Don't be plastic at work. Don't be the harboring idea of want to be your idea, but you don't because of fear of loss of your position, or people will react different, or they won't like you. Who cares? You have to find the freedom. And if you don't break the addiction that you have, the perception of reality and the fears that it offers every day, then you will stay the same because you are God. And what you put out is what you get back. There's an infinite number of consciousness streams flying around up there that you have access to. But you have demands right now of the ego. You think you're fucking human. You have an idea that you're God, but your belief system is more strong, powerful than you are, more human than you are God. Because humans' version of God is poof, manifestation, creator, knowing all things. I'm this, I'm that. That's all just horseshit. That comes from lack. God is an individual perspective of awareness of the infinite number of ideas that it creates through itself. That's it. It has no meaning. It has no purpose. It only has the excellence of reality experience. This life that you have is the greatness of what is possible in creation. Look what we've done with the place. Look at all the horrors and look at all the greatnesses. This is what's possible we've done. But you externalize it and you value those things as truths. They are truths in reality as they are, yes, but they are not your truths unless you continue to choose them, and you will see no change until you do such within the kingdom. And you have to change the inside to change the outside. It's nothing but relationship. Seth said it best. Everything is a relationship to reality. You have to find the relationship change within your kingdom about everything you value, every single fucking item you value. And you got to look at it with the scrutinous eye and start to observe it and allow it from an intelligent point of view and find the slipstream that flows in and gives you that moment of change and choose it. And choose it, masters. Choose the change. It's going to be wonderful. So, look at the realities around you. Look how you value them. If you value something as a truth, if you value fear, if you value guilt, if you value hope, if you value disappointment, those are emotional relationships that we label reality as. We externalize them as cause, as effect, as reason, and that's what you're going to get. And it's never going to stop until you push up daisies. When you die, there's a realization of separation from the ego, and then you're God again. So you get that help going home. You get people around you, help you wake up, and then you just go to the next class, the next room, the next stream of the unknown. But you've pro-tuned yourself with these ideas of change within your consciousness due to the attraction that you're looking at right now, me. Giving you the ideas of change within your kingdom. I don't deserve not acknowledgement for it. I'm not doing this for you. You're attracting that reality for you to see something in reflection to experience within your consciousness. So you do the work. Good job. It is good. It's wonderful. I have this Rubios, and I can't say it. Rooibos. It's that weird herb from South Africa. Rooibos. It's not very good, but it has vanilla with it, so it's a little better. I don't recommend it though as a tea. It's a little gritty. Anyways, that's my offering for today. I would hope you get some ideas out of this and pursue them with the excellence of you. Okay? Please never discount yourself. Never become a victim by placing yourself in a position of less than, no matter who stands in front of you. Stand your ground. Be your awesome. Know your worthiness of existence. Because reality is only attracting that which you are. And if you're ready to change, you have to change your relationship with the incoming reality to put back out to the mirror, I have changed. You can no longer bring this diarrhea to me. And reality will listen because it listens to your authenticity. And the more authentic you are, the more awesome you'll become without effort. All right? All right, everyone. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. And remember, as always, if you care to donate, click the link down there. If you have any questions on my website as well, there is a Q&A for Roxy or contact Roxanne. And I think that's it for tonight. Thank you, Haim. Renee says, thank you, Roxanne. You're welcome. Renee Marie Anderson Glenn. Hey, everyone. Smitty, Kevin, Kim, Adone, Moody, Eric, of course, Haim, and of course, Renee. I thank you all for tuning in, and everyone else out there. Y says hi. That tuned in as well, and the future is from this recording. We will see you guys next week. And as I continue to discover and work on these next things, we'll be conveying them to you through these, through my lives and future videos. All right, guys. I love you all. Go be awesome. We'll see you in the next now. Thanks, Kim. Love all. Bye, everyone. Good night.